How's it going, guys? Coffee here. Today I wanted to showcase the new Ignite Fire Spirit Iris, which is doing over 1 billion DPS for under 100 FE in gear. At this point right now, this We Who Are Zealous memory is about 100 FE. And then the rest of the gear, we have Imperishable. We have this mod on our helmet here for cooldown reduction on the ultimate, 1 FE. The same thing here goes for the Magnus Guide Hammer, which is 1 FE. Kingly Armor is 1 FE. And then for the memories for this test that I can show you, I just bought a 1 FE needle here. And then I'm just using some generic cooldown recovery and Spirit Magic cooldown recovery memories. So let's go ahead and put this on here. I do have a couple of +1 fire level divinity slates. And these are about 10 FE right now. So you can buy those. Total combined, we're coming in under 150. And let's go ahead and showcase what you can do here. For the pets, I'm just using like generic servant minion pets here. Well, for these two at least. Which, I mean, it's not very much. I'm not using any like legendary pets or anything for this. So everyone should be having these pretty much just by playing the game. I haven't actually physically purchased any pets, so this is pretty normal for what people will be having. So the way this build works, as soon as the pet gets up to 25 nourishment stacks total, they will go into their ultimate form, at which point you'll see the DPS will just like skyrocket. Here it goes, and it just kind of explodes. Well over 1 billion DPS. Sometimes it takes a minute here before it's going to proc it a second time. It's got to get another ignite on there. But you're going to see here that, again, you're getting at least 1 billion DPS. Right here, 1.2, 1.275. This is about what I was getting with my tests before I started recording. So this is on the budget version of the build. You know, pretty much anyone can get this. This is under 100 FE, or 150 FE rather, for now. And then let me go ahead and showcase what it is with my current actual build. So this is mine. Let's go ahead and get these things re-equipped here. I'm using this Everyone's Gift here that I found. I don't even know if the build is actually hitting or getting any use out of this right now because of the fact that it is I don't know if it actually gets to the point where it can actually hit enough nourishment stacks because of how quickly it starts to attack. We can kind of test this with I guess less cooldown recovery speed instead, or remove the Spirit Magic cooldown recovery speed and run extra nourishment stacks. Again, not sure if it's actually hitting this. For this, you do want to be using this Amazing Friends. This is what is required in order to get the full bloom on your Spirit Magus. So let's go ahead and equip this and equip the staff that I'm using. This is just a self-crafted staff. You want to buy a Voodoo staff with this right here, the base chance of fire damage to base ignite damage. And then you're basically just kind of rolling for it. I just rolled for this. I stuck with this. I don't know if, again, this is the best. You might have to test it yourself. Pretty much you just want spell skill levels, cooldown recovery speed, cast speed. Aura effect seems like it's good. I mean, it's going to buff your auras, so that's going to be more damage already off of that. And then, again, the spell damage, I'm not even sure if that's actually affecting the ignite or not. But let's go ahead and showcase what's going on here. So let's go ahead and stop this count here and start to recount. And you'll see here, you notice because of the extra cast speed that we have on the weapon, he is attacking much faster, which as you can see is affecting the damage quite a bit. And we should be getting over 5 million here, or 5 billion rather, over a 1 minute test. It does take him a minute to kind of get up there sometimes, but the nourishment stacks, as you can see, they're not really topping out. Like, I'm pretty sure the total nourishment stacks that I actually do have on this are going to be 20, but it's very hard for him to actually get there. But yeah, so we're getting over here about 5.5 billion, somewhere around there. This is a still fairly tanky version of the build. If you actually look at my survival stats there, it says 338k. I do have decently high armor on the build. I am kind of speccing for armor on most things. So if you see here, again, I'm sitting around 20k armor. So I have decent mitigation. My erosion res is a little low, but I could craft erosion on this, or actually just go into target processing erosion on this. I could actually do it right now. Yeah, so for the sake of testing, we could go ahead and do this. There we go. That'll work. Okay, there we go. There we go. That fixed it. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, for mapping, this is going to be your setup that you want to be doing for bossing. For mapping, I will personally go to a setup where I will go back to Socialite so that I am going up in Spirit Minions or Spirit Magus Minions. And then for the Spirit Magus here, I will take off Cataclysm and I will put on Elemental Duo so that I am going back up to 3 pets as well. And then from here, if you see when we go back into this, this is going to be a better mapping experience in regards to clear. You know, you're still hitting plenty of damage here for, you know, T7 or T8. You know, 350 mil is still more than enough to handle most of the content for just general mapping. You see here, it gets up, you know, it gets up there still to 700 mil, something like that, even if you actually end up on a boss and you actually need to actually deal damage to something. Even for the most part, I will typically run Blurry Steps here instead of I will run Blurry Steps instead of Elemental Focus there because, you know, this is still more than enough, right? And I'm just typically trying to zoom through maps quickly, and we're not actually doing anything special. So let's go ahead and showcase a map for this. So this is about 500 mil, which is again more than enough for what we're typically doing here. And then, so even this, I will typically run this in like a mapping, like full MF set. And let's go ahead and showcase the DPS on this. So this is the full DPS test with just like a full mapping setup. No Empower skill there for damage. No damage pets whatsoever. This is like full MF gear, full MF pets. And, you know, as you can see here, we're still getting upwards there of this, you know, 300 mil, 500 mil, somewhere around there. It depends how long we actually sit on the boss. If we wanted to get this higher, we could run, like, Affliction over other stuff, but it doesn't really make sense for mapping experience typically because we're not sitting on things long enough to actually have them stay alive with Affliction. You know, you can try swapping that for other things if you want, like if you want to take off Enhanced Ailment, and you want to swap on Cataclysm here. It might actually make the DPS a little higher on the Golem, but you'd have to kind of toy with it and play with it around with yourself. From my experience running the other one, it seemed like it was a little bit better for general play, since we're getting Affliction here, and like it's one of those things where it's like I don't know if it's actually really worth it, just because of the fact that you know, we really don't need to be doing this, and we're not going to be sitting on anything this long. Typically, things are just going to end up dying before then. So, let me go ahead and showcase the map, and then, yeah, you guys can go ahead and try this out for yourselves. Let me know. Again, I just swapped to this. I don't even have level 20 supports yet for this, so the damage is just going to go even higher. And as I come to more specific tricks for, like, ways to kind of min-max the character, then I'm going to go ahead and do those with you. So we're going to take it from there, and yeah, we will take it from there. It actually looks like something else is proccing Affliction, and I'm not even sure what it is. I guess one of these is considering a hit, Dazzling Bloom or something like that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and take this over here and showcase a map. Demiman Village, because this is my favorite map to use. Just because everything is in a straight line, you're pretty much going to get all of the minions in one straight line. You're not backtracking for anything. And so you can see you're just kind of teleporting through, running as fast as you can, and everything is going to be dying behind you. It would be helpful if I had like Malice or something on here so you could actually see what's still alive or not. That is the one good thing about having League mechanics that have dots on the map. So you can actually know for sure that everything is absolutely dying behind you. But, I mean, you can kind of see it on the screen here that everything is indeed falling over. And this is just kind of as quickly as you can kind of phase run through the map. You're just kind of hitting your buttons on cooldown. You want to be getting your nourishment stacks up. And then you just rush through, and then the boss is going to fall over. So, yeah. If you have any questions about the build, leave them in the comments down below. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And other than that, see you in the next one.
Don't worry, we're still making preparations. Don't worry, we're still making preparations. We've witnessed many final moments like that. Some were our friends. Don't worry, we're still making preparations.
I witnessed your death in the previous cycle of reincarnation.
Preparations.
You're just a tiny bit smarter than your previous self.
Don't worry, we're still making preparations.
I watched your struggle. Although, it was meaningless when placed on a greater scale. The curtains are closing, and we are trapped within it.